What's good, YouTube? Brain here, bringing you a 6v6 Pokemon battle against my boy Jacob here that I decided to challenge as he passed me by. I'm using some pretty standard Pokemon, the Lando, the Mamoswine, the Clefable. Jacob, on the other hand, has some unique Pokemon, the Skitty, the Tropius. I'm beginning to think he is inexperienced, but never underestimate your opponent. Jacob went off and decided to lead with his Blaziken. I decided to lead with my Lando. I just wanted to set up Stealth Rocks, but in this case, I got the Intimidate off on his Mega Blaziken. So at this point, I'm thinking he's going to switch out the Mega Blaziken since it is at -1. So I just decided to go with Stealth Rocks, predicting him to switch out. But he does not. He stays in and goes for a Blaze Kick. He's trying to kick my damn Landorus out the sky, and despite him being at -1, the Blaze Kick did a pretty good amount of damage to my Lando. I mean, on the side note, my Landorus doesn't have any EVs in defense, all invested in, I believe, HP and attack. So I switched out into my Clefable, my bold, bulky nature Clefable, to absorb this Blaze Kick. She did what she had to do, took the Blaze Kick, and now I'm sending in my Landorus back in, just so I could get off another Intimidator on this Blaziken. So it's not going to be hitting me hard, but what's the purpose of using Intimidate if they're just going to hit you with a special attack? And Pokemon being Pokemon, gives him a critical hit. So now my Landorus is down, and this Blaziken is starting to look pretty intimidating. So at this point, I see that the Blaziken has to recharge, so I send in my Mamoswine just to hit him up with the Earthquake, taking care of that fragile Blaziken. I thought about switching Mamoswine in earlier, but I mean, his Focus Sash would have been broken by switching into a Blaze Kick, and only then Blaziken would have been faster than Mamoswine, still killing my Mamoswine, so I had to let Landorus die. So he decided to switch into a Azumarill. I decided to preserve my Focus Sash on my Mamoswine and get the hell on out of there as I switch into my Thundurus, taking this Surf, but Pokemon being Pokemon gives him another crit, almost taking 45% of my health. Anyways, I predict him to switch out, and instead of going with Nasty Plot, I just decided to go with Thunderbolt, knowing that nothing on his team is going to resist it. And at the way the battle is going, I'm beginning to lean towards the fact that my opponent may be a young trainer, just like myself. So the Tropius takes the Thunderbolt, almost getting one-hit KO'd. I mean, the Thundurus is modest and fully invested in special attack. But I mean, I guess at this point, he just decided to let the Tropius be death fodder. So he switches into his Skitty now, and I'm looking at this Skitty pretty suspicious because I don't know what the heck he may be up to with the Skitty. So I just decided to go into my Natural Cure Altaria. So if any shenanigans go down, I'll just switch my Altaria out and reset like nothing ever happened. But I mean, obviously he went with the Charm, but in this case my Altaria is not a physical attacker, it's a special attacker. But it does have a bold nature, so it's a pretty unique Altaria. I wanted to use her defense as an offense. I mean, people suggest use the Dragon Dance Adamant Altaria, but I wanted to use this Pokemon a little different. So now he switches into a Skymarie, thinking he has the advantage, but little does he know, my Fairy type carries that Flamethrower, and that becomes a one-hit KO. All of them EVs invested in that special attack. So now Latias comes out, and this is when pretty much he put the nail on the coffin, verifying that he was inexperienced, when he decides to go with the Dragon attack on my goddamn Fairy type. But that's alright. Like I mentioned in one of my earlier videos, Rome was not built in a day. So Hyper Voice makes light work out of Latias, and out comes Azumarill. So from what I've seen, I'm pretty sure that the Azumarill may not have Play Rough. So I just decided to go with the Hyper Voice until my Altaria faints. But he goes with Dive instead, so I just decided to switch out and go into my bulky, defensive, bold nature Clefable just to absorb this Dive. At the same time, my Altaria was faster than Azumarill, so I didn't want to wait a whole nother turn just to get a hit on the Azumarill. So I just decided to go with Moonblast on the Azumarill, wrapping up the battle. So yeah, that about does it for this video, guys. Good game, Jacob. That was a unique team. Like always, guys, please feel free to leave me any comments, suggestions down below, or send me an email. I'll leave my friend code in the description box. And like always, guys, stay safe out there. Thank you for watching my videos. Peace.